Hello. I want to tell you about a facilitation technique that I use in case I think and plan works on a complex goal. And I use it both for product development and in personal life. And the problem with complex things is that if you start doing something about that and you think about the final result, it seems too complex and too big to achieve, and it's hard to understand what to start from, and which is also important, it's hard to understand where to stop. I call this technique solution spectrum, and in order to work with this technique, I just can use a textual document to put my thoughts in. You can also work in Miro if you want to collaborate with your team, but I will make a demonstration in a textual file. So imagine the following context. Your company has no presence in the internet and it wants to create a website. Nowadays it's quite rare, but we just need an example to work with. So what you start from is you define the current situation, right? For example, as this. So at the moment now, you have nothing in the internet, receive orders by phone. Then you define the ideal result and leave some space between them. Oh, I'll put my video back. So ideal one will be we have a website with great design, ability to contact us, presented use cases, and customers feedback, and probably more, right? Okay, so now what you do next is you define increments between now and ideal, and this is what I mean by spectrum. And in order to define increments, we may think about what do we need in the ideal solution. So what will we need here? For example, we will need design here, we will need developers here, we will need customer reviews, right? And we will need our use cases described, right? So we may think that intermediate increment, for example, like increment 1 here, is, for example, develop a website using some tool that has predefined designs. Wix, for example, using Wix. In this case, we won't need developers, right? So this is a kind of step forward, but still we will need design, customer reviews, and use cases described. So what can we do like even earlier? Probably we can create a web page in LinkedIn for our company, right? And we will have contact information in there already, so probably some our customers will be able to go in there and contact us using details from there. And okay, so in this case, this will be increment number 2, but I will put X here because it's not the last one, not the second one. So what can we do also? So for example, in this case, we just create a page in LinkedIn, put our contacts and description. So we have some linear. As increment 2, we may describe our use cases and post them in LinkedIn as posts, right? Then we can request customer reviews, right? So what can we do more? So for example, in this case, our use cases may be like textual, and here we can do our use cases in video, right? So it will take more time to do this in video, so we can just start from something. And also it will take time to get many reviews, so that we can start from requesting one customer review. So now let me put numbers here, etc. So actually we can extend this case and add more increments, but the general idea is that we start from writing down the current situation, it's important. writing down the ideal one is also important, and the more detailed the ideal solution is, the better you will understand the increments. And then you start from putting increments and you think about, okay, can we do something even earlier? Can we do something even like better, right? Can we do something quicker with smaller efforts? And then you get this spectrum of solutions. And a good sign of good increments is that next increment benefits from the previous one. So for example, if you request customer review initially, you will have no place to post it in, right? So this increment will benefit from the fact you have a page already. If you describe one use case in text, video will benefit from it because you will have some scenario already, you will have some content prepared, etc., etc. And yeah, you just do that, and then if you have the spectrum, you decide like where to stop. For example, as a first milestone, we will just have a page in LinkedIn, and we will have several customer reviews in there, and our use case is described in text, right? So this might be the milestone, and you have the first increment defined. So as a first step, we will create a page. Okay, so let's review one more example to show how it works. So for example, the case is that you want to fly on a personal plane. And we do the same. So what's the current situation? So at the moment, I don't have a license. I don't have a plane. I know nothing about regulations, and I have never flew on a plane. Yeah, on any plane. Okay, and ideal will be I have an own plane and fly as a pilot, right? And again, so increments will definitely be like get a license, buy a plane, and at the first glance that's it. But definitely there are more you can do. So for example, as an increment one, you can try flying in VR, right? There is an ability to do that. What else? Like fly with somebody else as a passenger, but on a private jet, right? So it will give you experience, and you will just have an ability to tell if you actually want to do that or not. And then you can do this and this. Also, you can embed like getting more knowledge about regulations, finding a place where to learn flying, but it will be after increment 2 somewhere here. So I will not spend time doing that, but I want to show you the general idea. And now you have, first of all, a plan. You have first step that is easier to achieve than just buy no plane, and you can like start doing that. And you can define a milestone here. So for example, a milestone is that you will fly with somebody, and then you will get this actual experience. The only difference will be that you don't control the plane, but you will see if you like it or not in reality, right? So this might be your first milestone, and it will definitely cost you less than getting the license or buying a plane. So that's the idea. And in my case, I use this framework or approach in case we discuss some features for our product, and the feature or the problem is complex, and we don't know what exactly to do, and different people have different opinions. So in order to synchronize on what is possible, we define the solution spectrum, and then in order to understand the, let's say, minimal expected improvement, we decide where we stop. And then we have first step already defined, and we start working from that. So I hope it will help you also. Press like if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.